Imagine nearly 200 world leaders traveling to one city. That's the United Nations General Assembly happening right now in New York City. Hello, curious minds. I'm Professor Punzworth, here to uncover what really happens when the United Nations gathers for its biggest yearly meeting. Each September, the United Nations General Assembly meets. Leaders from nearly every country give speeches, debate issues, and discuss the future of our world. This week's spotlight is climate change. Countries are pressed to cut greenhouse gases, protect rainforests, and switch to clean energy. Wars and peace are also big topics. Conflicts in Ukraine and the Middle East dominate many leaders' speeches and private conversations. But the real action isn't just at microphones. Leaders whisper in hallways, negotiate in hotels, and sometimes strike surprise agreements behind closed doors. The United Nations is unique. Every country gets one vote in the General Assembly. Big or small, all voices count equally. Critics say the United Nations is mostly talk. Supporters argue it builds cooperation, helps peace, and coordinates aid when disasters strike worldwide. Outside the main chamber, protesters march. Reporters chase breaking stories. Experts argue whether leaders are acting responsibly or simply giving dramatic speeches. To understand why this matters, let's rewind. The United Nations was founded in 1945, after World War II, to prevent another devastating global conflict. It began with just 51 countries. Today, 193 nations belong, nearly the entire world gathered under one international roof. The headquarters rises tall in New York City. That shiny glass tower by the East River holds meetings, votes, and high-stakes negotiations. Beyond the General Assembly, there's the Security Council. It has 15 members and handles urgent peace and security questions. 5 members are permanent: the United States, Russia, China, France, and Britain. They hold special veto power. Veto power means one no can block action. That often leads to frustration, especially when powerful nations disagree during global crises. Still, the United Nations does far more than politics. Agencies like UNICEF help children, the World Food Program fights hunger, and the World Health Organization battles disease. Behind the speeches, the United Nations supports health, education, and food security, issues that touch everyday lives everywhere. Here's a fun fact. The United Nations headquarters has its own post office. You can send mail stamped with United Nations postage. Another fact, the United Nations has 6 official languages: English, French, Spanish, Russian, Arabic, and Chinese. Translators work non-stop to make sure every leader understands. Some speeches spark applause, others spark outrage. Either way, the General Assembly is always dramatic, like the world's most intense international debate club. So, what's really happening at the United Nations this week? It's a stage for cooperation, competition, and conversation about our shared global future. Quick quiz time. Question 1. What city hosts the United Nations headquarters? Answer: New York City. Question 2. In what year was the United Nations founded? Answer: 1945, after World War II. Question 3. How many official languages does the United Nations use? Answer: 6. English, French, Spanish, Russian, Arabic, and Chinese. Classroom question. If you could give a speech at the United Nations, what issue would you want the world to hear? And there you have it, curious minds. If you enjoyed exploring the United Nations, make sure to subscribe to the Curious Professors for more legendary lessons. Until next time, keep your questions global and your curiosity unstoppable.